This poem is about the Selwood Bridge in Portland, in part, which many may know is on a list of some of the potentially most dangerous bridges in the country. When I first moved here last year, upon hearing that, I composed this. It's called Motionless from the Iron Bridge. I fashion myself a question mark, completing each great statement. Like the unseen iron studs quivering within a motionless bridge. Like the falling iron bridge over a pure, motionless river. Like the iron voice of water when the rains pick up and hurl my iron prayers for a different gravity out before my eyes that are watching from the iron bridge, motionless. November. Reluctantly, a turquoise sky tumbles gray into winter. A courtyard fountain surrenders its purpose. Hopes for tomorrow adopt the ill-fitting clothing of previous frosts. Words slither uncomfortably translucent as both my skin and its translation rise vapor from a frozen river, touched momentarily by her sun. But, like a prayer remembered, still my mouth holds unkissed a long note. Not to wake yet. Not yet, please. Not quite yet. And I would like to read, if I may, from my two poems from my debut chapbook, A Pure River, just came out in August of this year. The poems in this book pretty much follow my cross-country drive that I took. Spent 2 months just driving cross-country, packed the car and left from Boston out to Oregon and then back. About midway through that or so, this particular poem was composed traveling through the Rust Belt. The tidy side of the storm, rows of slick newborn cars, feisty adjectives like dreams, streaking glass into familiar shapes, skyline and silos, the geometric rust profile of boxcars upon wheat. Have you ever tasted apples, storm-strewn and sweet? Those erupting red from endless gray fields? Or tasted lipstick on cinders that once supported a house? Where brooms are guilty admissions, and no longer things strive to overtake other things. Abandoned tractors, unplanted seeds. Just rows and rows of half-objects, and the infinite passion of searching for what's not yet lost, and the divine purpose behind every act of unburying whatever lay beneath. And this poem is called Pure River. It is the final poem in the chapbook that dons its name. It actually takes place here in Oregon, where I fell in love after my cross-country trip, and ended up here soon afterwards. So it's the ending physically of the chapbook, but also metaphorically for me, a pure river. Having escaped westward, following the traditional headwinds, finally I am resting, eyes closed upon the horizon, exhausted from seeing forever forward resurrection and the dream of resurrection. Below me coils mountain water, clear and silent, which I know must one day diffuse with a world disordered, salt and ship. But for now, clarity as in transparency, silence as in a perfect pitch. May my hands forever be a pure river I do not recognize. Thank you very much.